1. Working at a Maine state park. When do deer become moose? 2. I once worked in IKEA, in the section where wardrobes were sold. Massive pieces of furniture, typically about 6 feet long and weighing 60 kilograms in boxes. Customers would often ask if they'd fit in their car. After politely asking a few times about their car's size and guessing, I started just asking them what color their car was. The number of people who'd respond without any hesitation was astonishing. 3. No joke, I volunteer at Stonehenge, and was asked when in the Bible it was built. That was even more confusing than the usual UFO inquiries. Customer: I'll have a gin and tonic. Me: we're a brewery. Customer: oh, can I get a glass of wine then? Me: we're a brewery. 5. I worked in retail. Customers frequently asked if they could take items out of the store and return later to pay. Like, absolutely not? Most were also shocked when I told them no. 6. I'm a web developer. I once had a client who was absolutely fuming, literally yelling at me, when I told her that she couldn't transfer hyperlinked words from her website to a print ad and have them work as links. 7. I used to work at a pet shop. One night, a woman came in and mentioned she'd ordered a puppy online, set to arrive soon. She'd never had a pet before and asked several silly questions, but the one that stuck with me was, do puppies need water? 8. I worked at an auto parts store. A customer walked in and asked whether vegetable oil was better than regular engine oil and where it could be found in the store. 9. When I was a teenager, a customer tried to pick a fight with me because we didn't offer the Taco Tuesday discount on a weekend. Customer: aren't those apples $2.49 a pound? Why are you charging me more than that? Me: points to screen. Yep. They're $2.49 per pound, and you bought 2.3 pounds, so the price is correct because that's how multiplication works. 13. A woman came to the checkout with a bag of mozzarella. She asked me about the ingredients and whether there were any chemicals in it. I turned the bag around and began reading the ingredients aloud. She snatched the bag from my hand, angrily said, "I could have done that myself," and stormed off. 14. When I worked in a call center for home phone service, a guy called and angrily asked why we were still charging him for his phone service, since he had unplugged his phone a month ago. Context: I was 16 during this and worked at Chick-fil-A, taking orders. A guy came up and asked, "Aren't you supposed to be in school?" I looked at the clock and saw it was 6 p.m. I replied, "No, it's 6 p.m. He asked again, and I said the same thing again. Then he yelled, "All right, fuck you," and walked off, standing beside a pallet of eggs, holding boxes of eggs, with newly unloaded eggs on the shelf in front of me. Do you sell eggs? 17 inches. What time do you close today? We're open 24/7. Oh, great. And what time do you close tomorrow? 18. I worked at a convenience store while in college. A married couple came in and got drinks. The woman asked me if the bottled water was fat-free. I smiled and said, "Yes, and that brand is also calorie-free." She smiled and thanked me. Her husband paid after shaking his head. 19. Working at a popular mouse-themed park. Can you turn off the rain now? Is there pork in the pulled pork sandwich? 21. I had a customer ask if our wine was on sale because it was about to expire. Our good, aged red wine. Edit: the customer also insisted on a discount because the wine bottle didn't have an expiration date. 24th. Karen: I'd like to speak to the manager. Me: I am the manager, and the only one working here today. Karen: I don't like this policy. I want to speak to the owner. Me: good luck with that. Their email is on the company cards on the desk. And here's my cell number. just because I'm curious how it goes. I got a pissed-off text from her later that night. Ha ha ha. 26. I worked at a movie rental store in the early 2000s. A guy with a thick accent kept calling every few weeks asking for a DVD called Churro Man. He insisted it was on a release schedule. Months later, a guy came in and asked for the movie. I recognized the voice. After a few questions, I realized he had been looking for True Romance. The accent had thrown me off. Turns out, it wasn't a dumb question after all, and I was the one who had missed it. 27. A customer spent 10 minutes arguing that I didn't know how to do my job because I couldn't find the nutritional facts placard on a cigarette carton. Why? She needed to know if the cigarettes had corn syrup in them. Because, apparently, corn syrup is bad for her. 28. This may get buried, but I hope it makes someone laugh. I worked at an animal hospital, and a woman made an appointment for her dog because of lumps on his stomach. After seeing the vet, she was told the lumps were just the dog's nipples. She genuinely said, "But he's a boy!" Apparently, she'd either never seen a man without a shirt or forgot that men also have nipples. 29. Is the fire in your pizza oven organic?